Our energy body is very closely linked to our physical body, and we can use this connection to our advantage. In this video, let's look at some simple energy exercises or energy tools to support our digestive system. Hi, this is Nirmala Shekhar, a coach and a body talk practitioner from Singapore, and we are currently exploring the needs of our energy body in a map of self-care. The first two tools in our toolkit can be used even before we start eating. The first tool is gratitude. And we have talked about gratitude in an earlier video where gratitude changes the entire energy of our body. So, through prayer or just a statement of thanks to all the people who have made that meal possible, we shift our body into a attitude of gratitude, into the energy of gratitude, and that energy helps support the digestion of the meal that we are going to eat. The next tool is to find ways in which we can shift the nervous system from one of sympathetic nervous system mode to that of parasympathetic nervous system. When we are angry, afraid, stressed, worried, or just exhausted, our body goes into the sympathetic nervous system mode. And in that mode, the body is not geared up for digestion. It makes better sense that we should shift the body into a parasympathetic nervous system mode because then the body is equipped to digest the food that we are going to eat. This tool that I'm going to share is the Brahmari breath, which we have talked about in a couple of videos, but it's really a very powerful tool and can be repeated. It activates the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve plays a huge role in the digestion of the food. My mother used to insist that we should not be upset or fight just before a meal. And if she had something unpleasant to talk to us, she made it a point to talk to us about it a few hours after our meal. She said that the food will not digest if I am upset or angry. And she used to make it a point to create a very nice mood in the home during meal times. The Brahmari breath is something very simple. We use our hands to cover our eyes, and the most important part, we use the thumb to place inside the ear in such a way that when we hum, the humming sound reverberates inside the brain. And the trick is to find the right spot between not too much in or not too much out. And through practice, through trial, you can find that perfect sweet spot where the reverberation is the maximum. So I'll just demonstrate it once and you can try it out. This is excellent even to shift us from anxiety mode. So I take a deep breath in. That is fantastic. It feels so relaxing. Other things that you can do to shift into parasympathetic is just to take a deep breath in or to laugh aloud at some joke, and you will find that your body has shifted into a nervous system mode that is best equipped to digest the food that we are going to eat. The next tool that is very powerful in supporting the digestive system is the large intestine 4 point. It is one of the most popular points on the acupressure chart, and I'll just show you how to find it. So you can hold the thumb and the index finger close together and watch for that crease, the bottommost part of that crease, and place a finger on that crease right there, and then separate the fingers. And that point there, you will find a little dip. You may have to adjust it a little bit. You will find a little dip, and that will be the large intestine 4 point. And just to highlight, it is not this web. That is different. It is a point below that. And you may want to find a opposing point right inside as well. And you can press this point from both directions. This is not so important as this. So if you just get that point, again, the crease there, hold it together, separate it out, and that is your large intestine 4 point. You can press it for a while. And if you find that this point is sore, that means there is energy stagnation at that point, and you need this massage or this pressure much more because you can feel the pain. You don't have to press it too hard if it's painful. Start slowly, and if it's painful, press for a while, release it, press for a while and release it. And if it's not painful, you can just hold it for a while. It is the meridian that supports the large intestine. So just by pressing this point, you are supporting the function of the large intestine. And this is perfect for those who may be having constipation. This point is also the master point that helps to clear pain anywhere in the body. So this is a good point to learn and to use whenever you feel pain in any part of the body. So that point there is large intestine 4.
The next tip is for those times when you finish a meal and you feel really full and there's a feeling of heaviness in your abdomen. So this is a tip that I learned from Reiki, but you can use it even if you don't know Reiki. It's a very simple tool. So we use the palms of our hands as magnet to move energy. And what we're going to do is we are going to hold our hands this way off the body and then move it in circles. A single hand would also work. Mostly for me, this is the direction that works, clockwise. But you can experiment for yourself and see if anti-clockwise feels better or clockwise. I prefer to do this clockwise. Simple tool. And after a few circles, what you will find is that there's a feeling of lightness in your abdomen, and because of that, a feeling of lightness in your entire body. The next tool is a brush. A brush has these bristles that help to release the energy stagnation, and I like to use it especially in my, just below my diaphragm, on either on the liver side or on the stomach pancreas side, especially if there is some kind of a tightness there. What I like to do is to just use this to tap the area gently. Our liver is one of the hardest working organs in the body and does a lot of functions. So this little tool, especially on the liver side, helps to support the liver in its many functions. Simple tool, works very effectively. The next tool is something that's very useful, especially if you are experiencing flatulence or bloating. So in this tool, let's find the midline in the body. So we take our navel, this is my navel, and from there, draw a line vertically up to the sternum, and then find your way down to the bottommost part of the sternum, and that's my bottom part of the sternum. A few inches below that, we're going to start massaging the acupressure points along this line. This is the central vessel, and we are going to massage the points along the central vessel using our fingers in this way, and gentle circular motions, or press and release, press and release. I like to use circular motions. We do this for like 10 to 30 seconds at a time. And if for whatever reason you're finding a particular set of points is painful or tender, then hold those points for a longer period. So we will be working our way down this line. And for those who are aware of energy movement, energy is moving downward. If you're not aware of energy movement at this point in time, that's perfectly all right. The exercise still works. For me at this point, those points are sore, and I keep going down. By the time you reach a few inches above your pubic bone, you may find that the wind is being released, and that everybody will be aware of at that point in time. It is a fast acting technique and is fantastic. The last tool in our energy toolkit for the digestive system is the belt flow meridian. Most of the meridians in the body flow vertically, but this particular meridian flows along the belt line, and that's why the name belt flow meridian. It is an extraordinary meridian or a radiant circuit, and that means that it flows even under all the other meridians, the organ meridians in the body, and supports their functioning. So let's look at how we can trace the belt flow meridian. So we start from the back, and with our hands we move the energy to the front, from the center of the back to the front. We don't have to press very hard, gentle movements would do. And then we bring the energy to the front, cross over, and then take it down to our feet. And if we can't go all the way till the bottom of the foot, we just need to go wherever we are comfortable, and then with our mind, we push the energy down to the feet. Do this the other side. From the back, bring the energy to the front, cross over, and then take it down to the foot. If we can't go all the way down, wherever we are comfortable, we just push it down with our mind and focus. And if you want to trace it on others, we don't even need to touch. Just using our hands 1 to 2 inches off the body, we can move it as well. This works better once we have done it on the body for a while. We begin to feel the movement of energy, and then off the body becomes easier. So that is the belt flow meridian, simple exercise. All the exercises that we have talked about in this energy toolkit are simple ones. Let me know which ones resonate with you, which ones you like, and let me know that in the comments. In the next video, we shall look at energy interactions with our environment. That is, how does our energy interact with the energy of other people, the plants, the animals, and the places. I'll see you in the next video. That's all for now. Thank you for joining me. This is Nirmala Shekhar signing off. Bye-bye. Namaste.
Do subscribe and hit the bell button for more weekly content on self-care. And if you want even more actionable content on self-care, do join me in the Facebook group for weekly lives, discussions, and more tips.